Hello, it's your boy Black0 Triple X, and like I said, I would be back here with the continued adventures of Cinder Bahamut. Last we left off, we had just gone down here to meet Lady Iceheart, and we found out the truth. We found out a lot of things we didn't want to find out, but we found out things. And now we'll continue with those things with this quest. Sounding out the amphitheater. Words like English. The Alpha Amphitheater. The very place where you witnessed the manifestation of the primal Siva. Was it not? Oh god, that was cold. Dog, why did you come in here with a cold nose and just rub it all over my hand? It's just cold. What did you do? Dip your nose into cold ice water? If this is our destination, the journey will be long indeed. The amphitheater lies on the other side of the this track of ice and snow that cannot swiftly be crossed. And we must place our faith in the Ethernet. As you may recall, our dear friend Morabaya succeeded in recreating the Ankh Beacon after it had been destroyed by Lady Iceheart. At the time, it was assumed that the resulting aetheryte would only be temporarily viable, but given that the heretics of Gorgon Mills seem to have been in regular contact with their brethren at the amphitheater, our raid still functions. I suggest we make for the aetheryte within Snowcloak without delay. Correct me if I'm wrong, Gistigan, but in the course of mapping the Snowcloak tunnel system, a passage was discovered leading out into the Western Highlands, was it not? Might it be possible for us to reach the aetheryte from this side of the wall? It should, else Duradea posted soldiers at the Western Highlands entrance after the tunnels were clear, but they will not deny us entry. Yo, where we gotta go? When you don't remember where you gotta go, but you know you gotta go somewhere. And in doubt, ask the holy map where to go. Also, it's like right there. Oh, we can just go there. This is an 8th grade. Yep. I'll be doing aetheryte gathering off screen, so you won't have to sit here and be bored out of your mind while I try to find the aetheryte. Ah, the guests of House Hortense, accompanied by their Dragoon, no less. I cannot imagine what brought you out this far, but you're welcome to enter the tunnel, so that's what you will. So you know, don't think it so function. We must pray to the 12. It does. We shall arrive at our destination in a moment. Though I do not expect to be greeted by the primal Siva, we should nevertheless be prepared for a frothy reception. The heretics would not like to rejoice at the appearance of uninvited guests, particularly ones with our history. Yo. An impressive structure. How many ages has endured? Perhaps you should ask officers exempt as the present norm. Dogs of Isgard, is it not enough that you banish our beloved saint? Will you be satisfied until the ice is slick with the last drop of our blood? Stay your weapons, turn under the flag of parley. We wish only to speak with your mistress, that we might broker peace. You think us fools, boy. It would take more than cunning words to earn our trust. You walk with the Dragon Slayer, and we know all too well what he is capable of. My reputation precedes me. They give us no choice. Come, brothers, may dragon wings bear us to this.
Your guard is down.
Can Dragon Age do things off such transformation? Outfit out. I swear. All the holy. Stop doing yourself. Leave him to me.
Know your folly. Release!
And none the worse for wear. Demons, fall back, brothers. Retreat to the cinders. I see no sign of Lady Iceheart. With that, we could have questioned one of them. And what would you ask that we do not already know? They make for the cinders, so must we. Even should an ambush wait, 'tis certain there will be more heretics in question. The cinders, you say? I confess, the name is unknown to me. Mayhap you be good to enlighten us? I suspect it's the heretics' way of referring to the Dreaming Dragon, an island of sorts found in the midst of the frozen lake of Ashpool. Some 500 years past, 'tis told that the Azure Dragoon of the age fought a dragon of titanic proportions. After a savage struggle, the mighty creature was weakened unto the point of death. It was forced into a magical slumber by an entire chapter of the Holy See sorcerers. Ere long, a rain of ash and cinder did begin to fall upon the sleeping serpent's merciless form, covering the creature at length in a shroud of gray. Of course, a thick layer of ice has since formed on top of it, but you may be sure I speak true. As fascinating tales, we should make haste in an item. But man, that was a fun quest. Let's try it. Let's continue on. The Dreaming Dragon lies far to the west. Before we approach the frozen beast, however, there is another place I would visit first. I am told that the convictors have set up camp in Twin Pools. Their leader, Genelut, may have information of use to us. But mayhap you are not familiar with the name either. The are dragon slayers, after a fashion. But I'm willing to wager that they encountered their fair share of heretics. If we are indeed walking into a trap, I would learn all there is to know of our foe. A sound suggestion. Let us speak with these convictors then, and temper our haste with a measure of caution. think that's like way over here. There's twin pools, so I forget where map. Where the heck is this? Oh, that's in total like dusk visual things. Well, we. Oh, great. I'm just going to teleport. Yes. But yeah. I'm not going to go to my usual 9:30 time limit. I'm going to go about maybe around 8, so we'll go try to get as many of these done as possible. And if we do run into Ace Occurrence just like out in the open, we'll just grab them when we can. But yeah, we're going to be doing this only going to about 8 o'clock. So we're going to try to get as many questions as done in that amount of time. Well. What do we have here? Hope to join the esteemed ranks of the convictors, are we? The hard-eyed lass looks promising, but you have a frail look about you, boy. I give you 3 days ere the wind wilds claim your corpse. I beg your pardon? Be not so quick to judge. I have seen this frail youth fell heretic with a flick of his wrist. And who are you to question my... By the fury! That armor, that lights! The Azure Dragoon himself graces our camp. Pray forgive my respect, sir. I am Jalad, leader of the Convectors, and my fellow slayers of dragons. May I ask what winds, fair or foul, carry you into our humble camp? Ah, Lady Iceheart, is it? I know her by reputation, but I'm afraid I've seen naught of her or her people. That said, my own men can be somewhat lax when it comes to making reports. You may wish to question them yourselves. Thank you, we shall. Cynder, Estidian, let us make our way through the camp, see what information there is to be had. Surely one of these peoples will have encountered a heretic while out hunting. Pray speak with as many as you can. Okay, let me go. I want to get this. No. Nay, I know no heretics. Do you honestly expect me to keep track of every Radamix and Veramont and Vermintank that wanders in and out of our camp? No. I expect you to report it. Are there any heretics in the area? I have a faintest idea. Why, a heretic could pass under my very nose and I should be none the wiser. I hunt dragons, my dear lady, the big ones. Forever do I scan the skies for signs of my prey. I care not for the miserable creatures that scurry upon the ground. Those miserable creatures may one day sneak in here, turn into a dragon, and eat your ass. I hope you're okay with that. I forgot how arrogant some of these bastards are. Looking for heretics, you say? Why don't you go bother Paraquet or someone? I have enough trouble keeping these preening fops fed and clothed as it is. There's no business of mine what folk do with themselves out there in the wilds. So basically, I'm an ass. We'll go and just repair all our gear just in case. Before we do anything else, we'll go get the current because we're here. Summer Matt, I can help you with. I can help you with, my lady? Heretics, is it? Oh, I've never seen one myself, but that ain't to say I haven't heard a thing or two. Oh, God, forgive me. We would be grateful for any information you can share with us. The gods know we've gleaned precious little from talking to the rest of these people. If it pleases my lord, I am equipped. A soldier by trade, though not much of one, if I'm honest. If it weren't for the stabbing folks that I took up the spear, you see. No, it was by order of Sir Gaunt's father. Still, as long as they keep paying me wages, I ain't fussy as to what they have me do. Not everyone's as patient as me, though. Plenty of lowborn lads who get pressed into service start grumbling before they even seen their second battle. And once they got to thinking how unfair it all is, I don't take much for the heretics. It don't take much for the heretics to turn their heads. From what I hear, the simple promise of freedom tends to do it. That may explain how Lady Isa was able to stand her following so swiftly. Sad to say, some mates of mine gobbled down the heretics' tripe and asked for seconds. Told me they were off to the Western Highlands to light a signifier. That's how you let the heretics know you're serious about joining their ranks. Apparently, send up some purple smoke and the bastards come to you. Is that so? Why then I... Why then I am mine to start a fire. I can't remember if this was a trap or not. But if it is... purple flame, where art thou, purple flame? Istinian wishes to prepare a signal fire to lure in the heretics. The lure we shall. If we are to lure our foes to our position, then we must find a means of producing a signal of purple hue. As it so happens, I once heard a tale of a trapper who dropped the hide of a woolly yak onto his campfire. Aside from the terrible stench, the story also describes in detail how the smoke from the smothered flames was tinged a deep violet. You're a monster hunter of some note, are you not, Cynder? It should prove a trifling task for you to procure a number of hides. We may need to burn more than one ere the heretics notice our beacon. Master Aphino, you and I shall gather wood for the fire. I will take the both of us to find enough dry fuel in this frozen wasteland. Let us meet at the Dreaming Dragon with the fruits of our labor. Alright. But yeah, these missions... Oh, what? We found one. Oh, wait, I just passed one. Alright, time to head to them. This quest, I did not like this so much because I am one of the dragon fans. So I don't think you're killing dragons; you're killing my people. And it could, and this kind of is cemented in her history, her backstory. Cynder Bahamut was an All-Ra that got thrown backwards in time. All the way back to the time where Bahamut and, spoiler alert, Tiamat rule. they found her and adopted her. Hence why she holds the last name Bahamut. So, she was there and pretty much was raised by dragons. So, for her right now, this is kind of like, you're asking me to kill my own kind. I mean, and let's just say she would, in my head canon, that's her backstory. She was raised, thrown backwards in time to Bahamut and Tiamat, raised there, and right before the Alakan Empire really marched in and did all their stupid crap, she got sent back to the present, thus not being able to stop the Bahamut from being killed by them and Tiamat trying to bring him back, thus preserving the timeline.
Ah, I should have known it would be you. Word reached me of a struggle with a small but well-armed band of trespassers. Forgive my comrades their hostility. Few come here uninvited, and fewer still with good intent. Now, tell me why you are here. So, you seek to stem the Dravanian tide with talk? A romantic notion. If you but knew the truth, the spark which lit the flames of this animosity, you would understand the futility of your quest. Shall I relate it to you? The sordid history my gift has shown me, that which the Holy See has taken such pains to suppress. 'Twas more than a millennium past when an Elizan tribe first sought to claim the lands of Kurthas as its home. Unfortunately for them, Kurthas was already home to dragonkind, and they were not inclined to make way for the invaders. Thus did a bloody war begin, a war which might well have rumbled on until one or the other side was exterminated, had it not been for the resolve of a single woman. That woman's name was Shiva. While those around her fought and died, she attempted to parley with the dragons, and in so doing discovered them to be possessed of profound intelligence and reason. The great worm, Hraesvelgar, in particular so enchanted Shiva that she found herself growing to love the creature, whom her people considered a monster. In the eyes of a near-immortal dragon, however, the fleeting life of an Elizan is as that of a freshly cut rose. Scarce has the flower bloomed before it begins to fade and wither. Such melancholy musings plagued Hraesvelgar, who had found in Shiva an unexpected and beloved soulmate. He knew that all too soon, death would snatch her away from him. Unable to bear the thought of their separation, the maid bid the worm consume her, that their spirits might be entwined for eternity. Though loath to perform the deed, Hraesvelgar ultimately gave in to her plea, and soon thereafter the tale of their ill-fated love spread throughout the two warring factions. No more could they raise blade or claw against one another, knowing that the souls of their kin were so inextricably bound. In the days that followed, man and dragon learned to live in harmony, and together built a nation unlike any the world had ever known. For 200 years did this blissful age of peace continue, as it would to this day, had vilest envy not stirred in the hearts of the Elezen. It is said that worms owe their longevity to the boundless reserves of vitality found within their eyes. And 'twas in this belief that a traitorous band of knights deceived their allies of some 2 centuries, and took by force that which they coveted. Nidhogg, he who now stands poised to unleash his wormlings upon Ishgard, was the great dragon who lost an eye to Elezen treachery. And until he prizes it from the hands of the traitor's progeny, no amount of conciliatory words will stay his fury.
You are wrong, Lady Iceheart. Lest you misunderstand, I do not doubt your vision of the past. 'Tis true that Nidhogg greatly desired to reclaim the Eye. Indeed, it was for that very reason that I kept it with me as I roamed the land, attempting to draw him away from the city.
Good gods!
Pardon me, you wanna ask
Until
why you
recently, Nidhogg seemed unable to resist its allure and pursued me relentlessly. Needless to say, that is no longer the case. Now, it would seem, he has fixed his attention on Ishgard itself, though he knows full well the Eye does not reside there.
You believe he targets the capital for another reason?
I believe reason has all but left him. Through the Eye, I feel much of what Nidhogg feels, and the dragon's thirst for vengeance will not be quenched by aught less than a sea of blood.
If Nidhogg is indeed lost to reason, might we not seek an audience with Hraesvelgr instead? He has thus far shown no inclination to aid in the invasion of Ishgard, and may yet welcome our efforts to broker a peace.
You still believe that a peaceable solution can be found? Very well. I will take you to him. Our road will lead us to Dravania, the homeland of dragonkind. There we shall ascend unto the clouds, where Hraesvelgr resides.
Is aught amiss, my friend? I sense the many battles are beginning to take their toll. Rest a while, and should you lose sight of us, Dravania lies beyond the mountains to the west.
Curious. The vestiges of thy mistress's blessing are not as faint as once they were. Thy will to succeed grants thee unusual fortitude. But will it be enough?
the Chocobo's road. Lady Iceheart stands ready to lead you and your companions to Dravania. You are Cynder, yes? Pray, address me as Yastan. Tis passing strange, is it not? The fates to bring us together. Never did I think I would walk alongside the warrior of light. But history is full of such unexpected alliances. Shall we make our way to Dravania, then? The chill of the Western Highlands is unrelenting, and I would sooner be under the canopy of the Chocobo Forest. Okay. Okay, no, we're okay. I don't know if we have to go right now. If we know how this thing is. Or maybe you can climb up the side of the mountain. Say what, me? Climb up the side of the mountain. No problem. And then we go into here.
Beyond Abalathia's spine, the great mountain range that spans the continent of Aldenard from east to west. Into the deepening shadows of Som-Al, where lies the ancient home of dragonkind. To a land where the soil slithers and the skies seethe with sinuous shapes, they came.
Hold on, we see Aetherite, we got Aetherite current, we gotta gate it first. Alright. Start this quest, and then I gotta take a quick bathroom break. We now stand on the threshold of Dravania. The path to Som-Al will take us far to the west, beyond the embrace of the forest branches. It will be a long and demanding journey. Might I suggest we take our rest at the village ahead? See that we are properly provisioned. There's a village here, but I thought these lands solely There's a village here, but I thought these lands the sole dominion of the dragon kind. Why would anyone choose to live in such perilous place? The wild chocobos? Tailfeather was built by hunters who make their living capturing and selling the beasts. Their leader, Macrochamp, is a acquaintance of mine. Being a generous sort, he will no doubt welcome our arrival, and he will also possess more recent knowledge of the road we seek to travel. I trust there are no objections. Owing to this ceaseless chatter, if we are to meet this acquaintance of yours, let us do it before Isgard burns. Isgard's gonna burn whether we want it to or not. It really, personally, like, I know that people didn't know about the thing that's gonna happen, but still. Now, some of you are going to be saying I'm being dragon biased, and you are correct. I am being dragon biased. Personally, if it was me, I would have had us been like, tell me about all that dragon blood. Oh god, that's the good stuff. Okay, let's get this transformation out of the way. And go on full on dragon and be like, no, I want to side with you. I'm not here for any other reason but to side with you. Let's burn it all down. We'll burn it all down and make something more honest afterwards. Well, tend my hide and call me Leatherface. We have visitors. Oh, but it ain't the lovely Yastar. Been too long, girl. That it has, McCree Jump. I'm just gonna call him McCree. That it has. My companions and I are on a pilgrimage to Somar. Might we stay in Tailfeather a while and prepare for the next leg of our journey? Of course, stay as long as you like. In fact, I wouldn't suggest leaving the forest at all. The dragon's been absolutely bleeding murderous of late. Forgive me, sir, but I'm not sure I understand. Does the dragon not bother you here in the forest? Bother us? Did y'all still not explain things to your boy? You've seen them towering calaman trees all about, haven't you? If you were flying above the canopy, you'd barely be able to see the ground. And as you expect, the local wildlife canopy is enough to stay hidden beneath the leaves, which is why the dragons do their hunts elsewhere, and we can do ours in peace. I see. Thank you for the explanation. You're welcome. Now, I know I won't stop you still here, but dragons ain't the only thing you need to keep an eye out for, especially if you're set on heading west. Alright, I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick, and I'll try to make it as quick as I can, and we will be back. I know I said until maybe 8 or 8:30. I gotta see how it's going, and then we'll come back. So until then, let your cats, let your dogs out to use the bathroom. Use the bathroom yourself, grab a snack. You know the drill. Sorry that took longer than expected. Dog wanted to go outside, so I had to let him outside as well. And then he wanted to come back inside after he took a poop. So I had to go pick up his poop and dispose of it properly. Worse than dragons. McCree would give you a fair warning about what awaits you to the west. I dare say you're wondering about what could possibly be worse than dragons, eh? Well, I'll tell you what. The bloody Gath. Look what you might get if you cross an antler with a megalocrab and taught the thing how to walk on two legs. They never used to stray far from their hives out of fear of the dragons, but they've gotten a lot more aggressive lately, sending out war parties for moms in all directions. They even taken to harassing the Dravadians in their own lairs, if you can believe it. And when they venture into the forest, which is more and more, by the way, they certainly ain't afraid to come after my lot. I can only imagine how much worse it'll be closer to Gath's home territory. Tis would seem that much has changed in Dravania. The Gath were not want to cause such strife when I lived here. You lived here in Dravania? Aye, 'tis in the time of following the calamity, my family was dead. My home was gone, and I had fled from the bitter cold into these lands. I knew not the paths of the forest then, and wandered out from under the protections of its brought. That was when I chanced upon Hithvalgar. He had descended from his mountain lair to hunt for food. My exhausted mind could not contend with the sight of the majestic water, nor the vision of the past his presence visited upon me. Thankfully, McCree found my unconscious form at the edge of the trees and nursed me back to health. And in Tailfeather I remained for some time. Hence your familiarity with the locals. But I interrupt you. You were saying these Goths were once a peaceful people? Peaceful would not be the most fitting description. They are officially territorial tribe, and any who intrude upon their domain are attacked without hesitant or quarter. Outside the border of their homeland, however, they were rarely hostile. Indeed, we were even able to trade with them on occasion. They have been changed then. What of it? We have not the time to creep through the underbrush on some roundabout route. I say we make straight for Salt Isle and cross any unruly engine we meet underfoot. A more direct path, then. Very well. Let us follow the trail west-south of the forest and make for the statue of the Stained One. From there, we shall have a fair view of the roads that lead some Isle, shall we? Basically, that's west, so... that's north. Yeah, that's north. That's going to be east anyway. Why am I running? Oh god, you know I'm tired. Here we are. So we chance of meeting McCree again. Remind me to thank him. Had he not warned us to expect the gas, I doubt I would be standing here. Amidst ruins that I would tentatively describe as Asgardian style, if not quite identical, betrays a defined resemblance. You have a scholar's eye, Master Alphino. The structure is, in fact, over 1,000 years old. It's the remnant of an age when our ancestor and Dragonkind lived together in peace. You claim this is evidence of a harmonious past. I was taught these buildings were constructed by heretics of your Draganian masters. This rebels inspires no such awe in me. Stubborn fool! How desperately you cling to the false teachings of your beloved Holy See. Enough, both of you. You threaten the success of our mission with this incessant squabbling. Cynder, pray reason with these two. The truth of the past will be revealed. White, lest you forget, our goal is to prevent a war which will claim the lives of Dravarians and Asgardians alike. If we are to accomplish this, you must learn to tolerate each other's presence. Trust in Cynder's gift. In time, the secrets of history will be brought to light. Let that be enough, Esteem. You would have me keep my counsel until confirm the truth? Very well, but bait me not. Our meeting with Valga will gladly provide the catalyst Cynder's gifts require, as it did mine. Let us press on. More silver pieces! I'm going to be rich! This character is going to be richer than my actual character. Like, my actual character is going to be, like, poor. The Trying Towers. Yasadeo wishes to survey the approach to the distant tower. Spy you the 3 great towers to the west? Its guardians know them as Annex Shrine. The place serves as a ruse for his Valgar's lesser kindred. If we were to reach the peak of Sol Al, then we must first receive these dragons to open the way. Do not be disheartened, the one who leads them is a friend, or rather more concerned to the disposition of the Gath. Let us survey the approach to the towers and see if the path is clear. Okay, yeah, so it applies to all my characters. I'm just going to the next side. Sorry. Undo it. Gas are fast becoming a nuisance. They seem to plague our every step. Just as I feared, the road ahead is teeming with Gas soldiers. McCree did not exaggerate them. These beastmen have grown brazen indeed. If they would threat the dragon so openly, would they tend to assault the lair itself? I pray they do not. Mighty though my Dragnarian friends are, they are yet vulnerable to the gas muskets. There is no route save the one before us. Should the beastmen offer battle, we have no choice but to accept. No. Run. If I ate food, that would be completely and utterly unfair. And sword. I have 3 Fantasas, and I'm probably never going to really use them. So hold on. Put a saddlebag. Put that in there. That in there. Those are the only things like I know I'm not going to use right now. Milk is milk. All will belong to us. So oh yeah, this is up to 70 stuff, so I take no pleasure in killing the gas. 'Tis to avoid bloodshed that I agreed to join you on this journey. While it cannot be helped, we may proceed to the courtyard together, but leave the task of hailing its occupants to me. And keep your lance on your back, Dragoon. On my word to the warrior light, I shall start no fight, only finish it. You truly are beyond salvation. Come then. I love the banter between these two. It's like brother and sister.
Vidofnir!
Ah, 'tis thee, little one. From above I did mistake thee for a Nath. 'Tis well I chanced to look again, or thou wouldst now be ash.
Dear Vidofnir, how I have missed you. Would that I had come sooner, and not out of dire necessity.
Thou art troubled. Speak that I might know thy plight.
Whoever did her voice, I love them. I love her voice actor, and her voice actor is just right up there with Heidelin right there.
Thou wouldst have father admonish his brood brother.
I would end this war without further bloodshed.
How am I to believe thee, little one, when thine own companion beareth Nidhogg's stolen eye?
Yeah.
Have care, dragon, or I shall gouge out one of yours.
And if you try that, you're going to find that lance shoved up your butt. Because I'm going to shove it there where the sun don't shine.
You forget yourself, sir. We are here on a mission of peace.
My sire's will forbiddeth me from inviting discord to our home. 'Tis for this reason and no other that thou still drawest breath, knight.
Oh,
Vidofnir,
no,
please. We must be allowed to convey our intentions to Hraesvelgar in person, with words of our own choosing. Grant us this favor, and open the way to Som Al.
Thou hast ever been welcome, little one. But I cannot grant thy wish. I am bound to remain here, and protect my kin from the Nath's god.
The Nath have summoned a primal.
Pray excuse my forwardness, but if we were to eliminate the threat to your territory, would you consent to Lady Izel's request?
Ha! Dost thou imagine thyself equal to the task? To succeed where dragons have failed? 'Tis beyond thee, mortal. But thou art welcome to try, nonetheless. Only know that idle promises shall avail thee naught.
Looks like I'm about to go kill another
It
god.
would seem we have no choice but to make good on Alphino's offer. Why must our every bid for peace breed yet more war?
Because humanity is an asshole. And the ancients like to interfere. Humanity is an asshole. That translates to dragons. But ancients like to interfere. Interference breeds war. War leads to hate. Hate leads to more war. It's a cycle that will never end. High five for the ancients being dumbasses. Okay, I decided I'm going to go to at least 8:30 with this. Because it took me so long to come back from the bathroom. So, yeah. Let's continue. Yastal seems occupied with the thoughts of the Gath and their primal. Ganath. So the Ganath have summoned their god. Thus is the mystery of their newfound belligerence laid to rest. Are you not glad, Lady Isa? I thought you applaud them for summoning a primal to further their own end. After all, you did. I did not reach out to Saint Siva to further my own ends. I desire her strength only to forge anew the peace between man and dragon. But what a fool I am to speak of peace to you, a bloodthirsty savage who murders without thought or caution. Enough! Enough, I say. If the Nath have truly brought forth their deity from the Aether, we must face it together or watch our hopes fall apart. All now rests upon this primal's defeat. Don't you mean me kicking its butt because I'm the only one who can? But ere we think of confronting it, we must first study its origins. What is the nature of this god? What manner of faith sustains its existence? My apologies. You're right, of course. Let us return to Tailfeather and consult with McCree. He knows more of the Nath and their culture than most. It's a good thing I tied myself to the Aetheryte. But before we go, I'm going to do this. I want to touch this Aetheryte crystal. We're tuning, attuning, and done. Without wings, you must take this package to scale the tower. Above, you will find more of my kin, but beware the cave of Morn. Thank you! But we're not here to explore, I just wanted to talk to you. But I was really hoping that we could side with Nidhogg, because I'm like, all for joining Nidhogg, becoming dragon, and basically burning Iskar to the ground. Or at least back then I was, so I was a horror. Yes, I want to hire one. You are struck with the sudden depressing realization that you have no idea how to reach any other destination. Oh, I forgot to go to the chocobo thing in the tail feather. Fudge. God, I'm upset and prickly about that. Okay, first. Yeah, we got it. Hold on, I want to know something. I'm going that. Get that milk. McCree. Oh, back already, are we? Ah, met the gap, did you? And what is it you'd like to... We want to know about... Summon a primal, you say? 7 hells, what? Well, I don't know bugger all about the Nath religion, if I'm honest. But their trading habits, they never seem talking in the skin. But it shouldn't be that hard to find out. From time to time, we barter with a small hive to the north, west of here, outcast from the main tribe. From what I understand, I reckon they'd be willing to tell you a bit about themselves if you give them the right incentives. Sounds promising, and what would a Gav consider to be the right incentives? Oh, nothing. Your average hunter could scrounge up in a day or two, but seeing as you're in a hurry, you might want to divide the chores among yourselves. You'll want a good-sized jar of land-trap nectar, a basket of seedlum tree fruit, and always a gas fragrant, a general portion of young knockafish. I have to gather the fruit, leading to the lower branches of these forest giants. That little challenge to me. So collect the nectar with Master Alphino's arcane existence. That leads you to bring home the meat. You'll need to carve it from the smaller Naka that live in the rivers. 3 big chunks would be enough, I reckon. Once you got everything together, you need to set it down at what we call the trading post here. I'll mark the spot on your map for you. You have been most kind, Master McCree. Well then, let us attend to our respective tasks and reconvene at the trading post. I'll hardly add that I need hardly add that the last one there is a rotten Naka egg. Ah, great. They say that's a door here. I'm like, no, that's a wall. Oh my god. I mean, I'm gonna make this place like a fortress, but dear God, help me. Help me, help you, help us. Oh my god, you gotta go up and out, or don't you? Okay. Excuse me, pardon me, coming through! I was able to gather a goodly amount of nectar from the land traps, though I would not have known how to. Well, it's still so. Do you have the Naka meat? Yep. Splendid. I shall put this with Estinian's food and assemble a suitable, generous-looking hamper for the guest. Well, everything's appeared to be in order. Assuming no one has any objections to my choice of presentation, I shall place our offering at the trading post and as instructed. Where I have the gap, I think I would be suitably impressed. Well, how long must we wait? Should we have sounded a signal or something as such? Calm yourself. That's not going to notice. Long has it been since humans came last to trade, bearing gifts? Yes. That filled the air with such delightful scents. Landtrap nectar, gum tree fruit, and Naka fish! What delectable foods you have brought us. Our meager existence is much enriched by your bounty. Come, hunters. Come to our hive. If you would trade, camp it and stifle our homes are but the rancid incense keeps the dragons at bay. Cramp! Stifling. Horribly smelly! But better to live in stench than be cracked and crunched by dragon jaws, yes? Come, come. It's not far. Oh, I almost skipped the cutscene. That would have been bad. Alright. Your presence has been announced to the storyteller. You must speak to our chosen leader in words, for we are Vath. We are the non-mind. Non-mind? Yeah, words. English, I can speak. Welcome to our hive, hunters. You have brought delicacies much sought by our people. We are much pleased. What would you have in return? Honored elder, pray allow me to begin by thanking you for welcoming us into your home and accepting our humble offerings. My compatriots and I come in search of knowledge, specifically knowledge of your people's God. Knowledge alone? What strange hunters you are. But if it's words you desire, then words you shall have. We, the Vath, the non-mind, and to speak is our fate. You will hear the tale of the God, of the God of one mind, summoned into our midst. The one mind, these are the gods who reside in the main colony. Yes, they are one, connected, but let us begin the story at its beginning. Some moons ago, a single dragon flew from the east, bleeding and weak. It fell from the sky and into the hive, where it was sworn by my brother with spear and spell and musket. The dragon was slain. Tish was likely one that had fled battle with my kingsman. I should commend you for finishing the job. Will you shut up? Dragons are fierce and terrible adversaries. The one mind would always cower when their wings shadow passed over the ground, but no longer. They had learned the battle-weary Dravinians were easy prey. Thus did the One Mind decide to heed the words of the Black Road-Men. The One Mind would call forth our God and unleash his blades upon the dragons. Dravining lands would become grasslands, and ever larger would grow our domain. But our God ever hungers. The price he demands in crystal far exceeds the rewards of this war. We, the Vath, despise and revile his insatiable existence. I'm just going to delete this ring because I get nothing from it. Okay. A Gathnic deity, yourselves enthroned by the Ganache War of Expansion. I seem troubled by it. I call upon the power of a primal for the greater good, conscious all the while that I do so at the grave cost to the land. I reason that it is a necessary evil and willingly shoulder the burden of my sin. In suggesting that such crime can be justified, you may argue that I presume too much, but you must surely see that I am aware of the magnitude of my transgressions. Not so the God. They summon their deity for no greater purpose than to expand their domain. To a scion of the Seven Dawn, one sworn to eliminate a primal threat, the distinction you draw seems questionable at best, but the fact remains that my own grandfather risked unleashing the power of the 12 in an attempt to prevent the calamity. Thus, while I may not condone your actions, I can understand them. Not so the gods, as you so rightly put it. If they truly seek naught but territorial gain, I can conclude they are ignorant of the ruinous consequences of their god's insatiable appetite. The longer this primal is suffered to exist, the greater the suffering it will cause. It must be destroyed. How lightly you propose the destruction of this god, Master Afno, a being whom we knew not. Has it occurred to you that you may be sending the warrior light to her death? That's funny. That's funny right there. Woo. That's funny. No, you have the right of this, Stygian. It seems it is I who am guilty of presuming too much. Pray, forgive me, Cynder. I do not fear my duty. I do not fear my duty. Wait, Cynder, need not face this foe alone. Like her, I am blessed with the Echo, its protection, and may do battle without fear of primal influence. Let me bear this burden. Ha! Do you truly imagine yourself a second warrior light? Remind me, how many primals have you faced, my lady? Not that it matters. We know where this god resides. We know not where this god resides or how to challenge it, unless you mean to pray until it happens, until it appears. Actually, Stygian makes a valid point. Let us speak with the vow. Learn how best to source an audience with their deity. In this, at least, I may be able to be of assistance. We're about to face Ravana. The young lord certainly appears eager to prove his worth. After his mistake with the Crystal Braves, he has all the reason to. We are the non-mind. We do not hear the one-mind thoughts. We cannot predict their will. Okay. So y'all can't predict their will. That doesn't mean y'all useless. You're small but mighty. Put this idea from your minds, generous hunters. If you meet with our God, then he will have your souls. Surely you are not so generous as that. Oh, trust me, he's going to have to fight tooth and claw and sword for my soul. The only person that gets my soul for free is Daddy Bahamut. No one else. You wish to meet our God. Offer yourself as sacrifice, and you will soon be brought before him. We would mourn the loss of such generous hunters. However, fear not. We're about to throw some hands with your God. Your God's about to catch these hands. You are generous hunters, yes. Many gifts you have brought, but not enough for all of us to enjoy. Maybe you could bring us one more. We are very fond of Naka flesh. Yes, the meat of young Naka would make a fine repast. I shall return. But yeah, I was really hoping we could. If I did a fan fiction of this Warrior Light, it would definitely be her getting corrupted by Nidhogg or accidentally taking a drink of dragon's blood and finding out, hey, guess what? You were a dragon in a past life. Hold on, Okay, there we go. That's better. Controller died. That's embarrassing. Hopefully we can get these quests done and at least get to Ravana. Because after that, tomorrow we will probably do more of this, so we'll probably finish this fight off and yeah, that was another gift of the Vav, so unexpected. Yes, you will have more of the words you strange hunters hunger for. Listen now. The senses of the one mind are enmeshed with the overmind. What one sees, all see. What one feels, all feel. Alert a Cinogaf and the whole hive is alerted. To reach our God undetected is all but impossible. How strange must spoken language seem to those with sincere minds. 'Tis little wonder the Vatha, by turns, so obscure and transparent in their meanings. The Vath won't to allude to certain concepts without explanation, but I believe I am beginning to grasp a few of the fundamentals. From what I understand, the king, like Overmind, sits at the center of the society, and its presence somehow allows its subjects to communicate without need of word or gesture. These Gaths, the one who inhabit the larger hive, are known as the One Mind, and it was by their combined will that the primal was summoned. Those who reside in the small hive are the Vath, or the non-mind, who, for reasons yet escape me, seems to have excluded from the telepathic bonds which connect their gas counterparts. Thus are the Vath ignorant of the one's mind's thoughts and intentions, and the nature of their own God. In summary, we have wasted our time. Not so. Perilous though it may be, the Vath did furnish us with one certain method of approaching the primal as sacrificing. Should we allow ourselves to be captured by the Invons of the colony, the Gath will bring us before their deity to make an offering of our souls. Forgive me, but let us be clear about what it is that you propose. You mean to say that you would deliberately provoke the Gath, surrender yourself to what might generously be termed their custody, and then you'll wait until their god arrives to claim your soul? Aye. That's fairly well description my plan. You will join me in this endeavor, will you not, Cynder? Judging by the great risk you took to prevent the summoning of St. Siva, you are not a woman to err on the side of caution. No, I throw caution to the wind. Would that I could fight by your side, warrior light, but the power of the Dragoon is no protection against primal influence. Forgive me, but I must remain here with Master Alphino. Then it's settled. Cynder, you, and I shall challenge the guards at the entrance to the college. Once the hive is roused, we shall forain a brief show of resistance, then allow them to take us prisoner. Wish me luck. I'm about to go do something stupid. I forgot what this is. Oh my god, that's so far away. We can cut that down by half. Here we go. There we go. Our turn here. I remember having to sneak by all these enemies because they kept aggroing onto me. Oh my god, it was so annoying. Really have to fight every 2 seconds. It's just like, I don't want to fight every 2 seconds. I just want to get to the next mission. But yeah, that was really annoying. It was fun, but annoying. And I remember having to do fate farming, grinding, all of that. It was such a pain in the buttocks. But yet, here we are. Yo. Quick, intruders, your lives are forfeited. Though I must be aware of our intrusion, let us burst into the hive and ensure that we have our host's undivided attention. It's just like, you know, I'm like completely invisible right now. I wouldn't touch you with a 39.5 foot pole. I think I used Ninja. Yeah, I used Ninja. I think I don't know if Ninja was available yet, but I think I want to say I used Ninja to get through this because I did not want to fight everything. That's one for love. There we go. Here we are. That should be significant. If we do not have our host full attention before, we surely have it now. Our audience with the power may be granted soon after our capture. Pray, advise me once you me once you have sealed your mind into the battle to come. Well, I guess we found Ravana now instead of later. Oh, here, Cynder. When the next draft comes, we offer no resistance. We throw ourselves upon the mercy of our God. They seem eager to proceed. Good. When they take us before the Lord, pray, leave mass me. If what I know of something rituals hold true, I shall be well put to act. Mark the sound of the river rushing behind us, passing loud is not. Imagine the noise. Mass our escape should we need to withdraw temporarily. Are you prepared? Are you not? I do hope so. If I were to be dragged away for sacrifice while you're haggling over the price of potions, I should not be amused. Trust me, it will not happen. Hopefully. Let's go.
Now we have but to wait.
O Lord Ravana, master of the sacred blades, wrath of the colony, conqueror of the world, hear our prayer. Pray grant unto your devoted children the gift of your divine presence.
He comes.
All strength to the colony. Speak and I shall listen.
Oh, glorious General, we have captured intruders and would make unto you an offering of their life's blood.
These feeble fleshlings dared to invade Natlands.
Natland.
Hear me, Lord Ravana. My companion and I did not come to contest your children's territory. We wished only to learn the reason you wage war against the dragons.
Thou wouldst flirt with death merely to satisfy thy curiosity. Wherefore should the glorious conquests of the Nath concern thee so, Elezen? Ah, mayhap thine own kind struggle against the worms fareth poorly, and thou art desirous of a pact.
We crave no alliance, Lord Ravana. Only peace. We would bring an end to our war with the dragons. Yet so long as they remain embroiled in this conflict with your children, our goal shall remain out of reach. Never before have the Nath risen up in such numbers, and never yet with you at their head. Why do you lead them to war?
Thy question hath no meaning. To live is but to fight. Long have my children waited, gathering their strength in the shadow of thy ceaseless conflict. The Nath would see the Dravanians slain, and their territory secured. And by such fervent prayers am I now given form and purpose.
As I feared, your very existence is an obstacle to our goal. Since you are so fond of fighting, we challenge you, Lord of the Nath. And should we emerge the victors, I would have you swear to withdraw your soldiers from Dravanian soil.
Thou art bold indeed to risk thy fleshy hide so readily. Very well. I, Ravana, fourfold Master of the Blade, do accept thy challenge. But should I emerge the victor, I would have thee swear to serve in mine army till thy last breath is spent. Do you accept?
I do. And I believe the first bout is mine.
What is this? A god clad in flesh?
Is aught amiss, my lord? Thou wilt not break thy word, I trust.
Fire against ice. Fire always
Mine
wins.
oath is unbending as steel, little goddess. Thy ruse will but add to mine enjoyment.
It's not a matter of strength. It's a matter of who. You saw that he could use fire, summon fire. I applaud her for being able to hold her own.
I thought myself stronger. Mayhap with more crystals?
Let me heal her up first, and then let me take a crack at you.
Be thou god or maid, thou art nothing to me. And what of thee, mortal? Art thou warrior or craven?
I feel like you just slurred at me. So, I'm warrior, and I'm about to send you back to where you belong.
A warrior, then? Good! Mayhap thou will provide more sport than thy feeble companion.
It wasn't that she was bad, it was that the person she was facing against was outside her limits. And I'm going to have to call it there. We're going to talk to you still right here. Forgive me. I was overconfident. No. It was a fire against ice. If it was any other element besides lightning, you probably would have won that. But I've been me, you've been you, and this has been another Liger Zero Triple Extreme. And all I gotta say is, bye-bye.